Hi, Jim Harnwell here from Fishing World magazine. Just wanted to run you through our new estuary project boat. This is a CrossXCountry 4.3. These look like a fiberglass boat, but they're actually made of composite materials. So they've got high density diab foam, which is resin infused, and then an outer layer of fiberglass and gel coat. So they're really light, but really strong. For example, there the transom is about that thick. It's awesomely thick, and the bottom of the boat is around that thick. So when you think about a normal tinny, which is like 1.6 or 2 mil aluminium, this thing's about 10 times thicker, but still very light. This whole boat, as it is, without the engine obviously, with all the flooring and hatches and everything, weighs less than a standard 3.7 metre aluminium boat. So up the bow here we've mounted a 55-pound Motor Guide XI5 electric engine. As you all know, they're mandatory for any sort of estuary or impoundment fishing, the electrics. This one is going to be fitted up with the GPS system. It hasn't got it right at the moment, but it will be fitted up with that. Also at the front I'm going to be mounting a 6-inch Raymarine A series, which will be networked to the main sounder down where I'm seated. I've got that sounder, I just haven't quite got round to mounting it yet. This boat features a lot of underfloor storage. Up the front here I've got a hatch for anchor well, life jackets, that sort of stuff. And here, it's a bit dirty at the moment because we've been fishing. You can see here that the deck is covered with sea deck, which is non-slip material. And we've also got the Fishing World logo emblazoned, which is pretty cool. But heaps of storage in here. We've filled it up with tackle at the moment, and there's the start battery and the deep cycle battery in there as well. And it's all drained, so if they get any water on board it just drains out. Step down here and we've got a really big Livewell. Now this goes across the whole of the width of the boat, so you can fit some pretty big fish in this. We've already had a couple of nice cod, a couple of big flatties. This has also got some lights, so if I'm doing any live baiting at night for dewies or whatever, I'll better find the liveys. So that's the sort of level of thought that goes into a boat like this. It's really quite impressive. The main cockpit area here, it's quite deep, as you can see, so you feel really safe in this boat, even in a bit of swell and chop. Standing and fishing up at the bow, it's a very stable boat. Easily fish two up here, another person down the back. So very stable, nice to fish out of. Plenty of room for what is only really a very small boat, 4.3 metres. Driving position is good. I've got the sounder, the Raymarine A series here on a little console, and then on the console also there's a switch panel with the lights and pumps and so forth. Over on this side I've got a 7-foot rod locker, which I can store multiple rods. You'll see also that the sea deck guys have made a nifty measuring on here, a measurer for up to 120 centimetres. Back here I've got an esky. Because this boat's so thick and well insulated with foam, it'll keep ice in there for a number of days. I chose Mercury 4-stroke 60 horsepower for this boat. 60 is the maximum HP for these 4.3s. This engine's fitted up with the command thrust gearbox, which is a heavy duty gearbox, and also the big tiller. Just makes it operating a lot easier and more efficient. Gets along at about 35, 37 knots. It's pretty much brand new, so I don't want to rev it out too much until I get 20 hours on the engine, but more than enough performance. Really quite exhilarating. You'd probably go with a 40 quite easily, but the 60, always good to have plenty of power. Fuel is kept in tote tanks. There's no fuel storage in this boat, or I believe it is an option. And I've also got on the back of the boat here a relatively new device called a Power Pole Micro. These are sold through Hobie, and they're made for fitting onto kayaks, but they also work well on boats this size. So what it is, it's a graphite pole, and you fit it into the system here, and then when you're in shallow water, sandy water, say anchored up, or if you're fishing for flathead or whatever, you press it down and it digs into the sand. I've got a remote control unit, but really efficient for anchoring on flats in shallow water. Pole's 8 foot deep, 8 foot, so you can go into water about 6 to 8 feet deep, no problems at all. Just heaps better than chucking your anchor out, basically. The main thing I really like about this boat is the ride. It's really, really fantastic ride in even, you know, quite windy, choppy conditions. It just cuts through it, really dry, no bangs, no thuds. You know, it's a lot different ride to the standard tinny. So yeah, this is our new boat. We'll be featuring it extensively in the mag and on the website over the next couple of years. So keep an eye out for it. CrossXCountry 4.3 made by Enlightened Boating up in Queensland. Do a really great job, fantastic finish. Looking forward to getting some quality fish with this little boat.